and they start to really think more about what are they doing in terms of legacy in their grandkids. We're also seeing a value shift. A lot of studies are indicating that Americans are one of the most lonely people groups in the entire world. And so the way that our mission and our nonprofits connect with the values, the purpose, the significance of these donors becomes really significant in how we think about them and how we start looking at how our technology integrates with their lives. Along with the cultural shifts of trust and authenticity, we've got a great deal of confusion and question these days around the trust and authenticity of things online. And so more and more we have to make sure we're overcoming any barriers of mistrust in our online and offline engagements with donors. Another thing that's really important to keep in mind, and this will be the end of the history lessons before we move on to technology, is the pace of innovation. If you think back to the direct mail being applied for nonprofits, that really started in the 50s. Direct mail overall started in the late 1600s. But when it started really getting applied to the nonprofit fundraising process was really in the late 50s. So in the last 6 decades is really when our fundraising has kind of exploded into direct mail. Telemarketing came on in the 60s. But really the focus is those second two blocks, the internet and email in the 90s and the social networking and mobile of the 2000s. And so just in the last 15 years, the pace of innovation has radically altered the way that we start thinking about fundraising. And this is because our donors are changing. It's not multi-channel for the sake of multi-channel. It's because the way that our donors are wanting to engage with their world is shifting, and thus that has a direct impact on how we as nonprofits engage with those donors. Whether it be a DRTV campaign that drove them to a social media site that we then acquired an email name, then sent some emails to engage with them, ended up with that donor on a landing